My knee started to bother me like 6 months ago, but I didn't report it. It wasn't really bothering me, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. No, no, no. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I don't care if it was a mild ache. If you believe your job caused the pain, you need to report the injury. Pronto, right away. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Cadet, the work comp doc. And today we're going to be talking about why it's so important to report your injury right when it happens. Now, in the intro, we talked about the mild ache of the knee. The issue is if you don't report it because you think it's going to go away and several months go by, you're giving the insurance company space to deny your claim because you didn't report it right when it happened. And if your claim is denied, now any medical expenses that are associated with the injury can't be covered. Any time off from work for doctor's appointments or just because you were not functionally able to get to work, you're not going to be reimbursed for a portion of your lost wages. I have had patients come to see me for a work injury that they say started 2 years ago. Folks, this is not how this works. This is not your primary care doctor. This is workers' compensation, and workers' compensation plays by a totally different set of rules. Okay? Primary care doctor, you never have to go in if you don't want to. You can come talk to the primary care doctor about the thing that happened 10 years ago and is bothering you today. But in workers' compensation, it is in your best interest to come talk to a provider about any injury or pain that you're feeling that you are attributing to work as soon as you're recognizing that you're feeling discomfort. So there are a couple of steps that are involved when you get hurt at work. Step number one is to go tell your supervisor that you got hurt. I'm going to say that one again. Step number one, go tell your supervisor that you got hurt. It is not good enough for the supervisor to say, oh, okay, how you feel? You all right? Keep going. You need to fill out an injury report. See, in the medical field, we're taught that if we don't document it, if we don't write it in a medical note, then it didn't really happen. I would argue the same thing is true in workers' compensation. You may say that you told your supervisor, but if no injury report was filed, now it's a matter of he said, she said. So you tell your supervisor, you fill out the work report, and then step number 3 is to get your claim number and your name. Well, Dr. Cadet, how do I get that? Once you fill out the injury report, your supervisor/employer, they are to report the injury to their workers' compensation insurance carrier. The insurance carrier will issue a claim number and your name, and that typically should happen within 72 business hours. Why is this important? It's because workers' comp is very similar to car insurance, right? When you get in a car accident and you call State Farm, the agent on the other line who's helping you, that is an adjuster. We have adjusters in workers' compensation. You need to know that person's name. You need to know their phone number. You need to have their email address. You might even want to get their fax number, and you want your claim number. Another good piece is the date of injury. You need to have those 3 things. Once you have those 3 things, you want to fill out what we call in California a DWC-1. And this form is where you list out all of the body parts that you believe have been injured as a result of your work. Please do not skip this step. We need to establish from the very beginning of the case which body parts were affected. Primary care, it doesn't matter. You can claim head to toe. Workers' compensation, we don't care about head to toe. We want to know exactly what body parts we need to treat. And that's just the way it is, folks. I'm sorry. Step 5, after you fill out your DWC-1, you want to work with your adjuster to be assigned to a primary treating provider or a work comp doc who's going to be taking care of you and helping you recover from your injury. That should not take a long time for you to get an appointment to see what we call a PTP, or a primary treating provider. So if you've gotten hurt at work and you didn't report your injury, tell me why in the comments below. I want to take a survey. Why did you not report your injury? And what happened as a result of you not reporting your injury? Did everything work out okay? Or did things get worse and then later on down the road, you had a lot of issues with the insurance company? If you know somebody who's been hurt at work, send this video to them so that they know what to do as a correct first step. Workers' comp is confusing enough, so let's get started on the right foot. I want you to email any questions you might have so I can answer them on my next few episodes. This is the Work Comp Doc. We'll see you on the next one.